travelers. Welcome back to the Library of Legend. I, of course, am Jack Lad, and this is Read and Roll, the show where we bring on a guest to play through a fighting fantasy choose-your-own-adventure game book. Last week, we had Smoother DJ on, and I think he was playing through City of Thieves, wasn't he? And he's going to have to continue his journey next time. He ran out of time, unfortunately. He had work in the morning. And so it was a bit of a more condensed show last week. So if you haven't seen the show from last week, then please go and watch the video on demand, available on YouTube and Rumble right now. Incidentally, I've just got into the Rumble Creator Program, and I have put the link in the chat there for the Rumble stream. So if you wouldn't mind going over there and giving me some views and some watch hours over there, I would be very appreciative. If you could drop some chats in there, give me some unique viewers. And if we get enough people over there, I might even start doing some ad reads and that kind of stuff. That might not be what everybody wants to see, but it's something that's required by the program. But in the meantime, if you could do all the things and the stuff, get your subscribe button clicked, the notification bell, get a thumb, stick it right upon in there, and make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. This week, we have a fantastic returner to their journey. They're going to be playing through the Forest of Doom. They were the first person on the channel with the first person on the stream, with the exception of Yarnwich, who was our original guinea pig. But Abe was the very first person on our show, and we're going to bring him right in right now. Here he is. It's Abesgonnagetya. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what's going on?
It's good to have you back, my friend.
It's good to be back.
Are you excited to continue your journey?
I am filled with trepidation.
Really? You've got some very good stats, and you are in an extremely good position. I touted you on Tinterwebs today as not to miss this show, because you actually stand to be the first winner of any adventure on Read and Roll.
Yeah, that'd be cool if it happens, but, one wrong turn and you're fucked. So
that is it. But you've got great stats. You just can't grumble at the stats that you've got. I don't know whether you remember where you were the last time, but you're set up pretty well.
Yeah. Once again, shout out to Rick Cleary, Davey Verse, and Crimson Shadow for helping me to get those stats. Otherwise, I'd be buggered already. As well as a little bit of leniency from the Games Master.
Well, the last time you actually got right to the end of the book, and you had the ebony handle, which is one of the two parts of the Hammer of Stonebridge that you got to take to Gillibrand. Yep. Poor old Big Leg, the guy with the big leg, apparently. He told you needed to find the two pieces of the Hammer of Stonebridge and return it to Gillibrand, the sort of Lord of Stonebridge. And so that's where you are at the moment. You got to the very end. You couldn't take the hammer to Gillibrand because you didn't have the hammer head, but you do have the ebony handle. You got to the point where you have to trek through the forest to try to get back to Nostromo's tower. And you nearly got killed by the forest folk, who it is fabled that killed Big Leg in the first instance, and you won that test of luck. Yeah, you won that test of luck though, and so you are now right back at the very beginning of the story with all the things that you pretty much left Nostromo's tower with the last time. You got 39 gold. You got stats out the the yin yang, out the hoo ha, out the wigwam, whatever you want to say.
Bing bong,
out the bing bong, And you stand in an extremely good position, because now all you need to do is find the hammerhead. And hopefully...
The very first time I got the head, then the second time I got the shaft. now I've just got to try and... Now I've just got... Yeah, I got just the tip. Now I've just got to figure out a way of putting those things together.
That's right. And as you were told by your Stromo that they unscrew from one another and that they're in separate places, you've managed to find the ebony handle, as we've said. So I think we should get into the game shortly. But before we do that, let's say hello to some of our wonderful people in the chat.
Aye.
Can you guess who's first?
Would it be Legatus by any chance?
No, it's me. Don't forget the adventurer's tips.
You cheeky bastard. That's cheating.
A little bit. Don't forget you can give the adventurer the tip, or if you're feeling really generous, you can give him the full length. By going to the Stream Elements tipping page below, you can either enter some money, as little or as much as you like, into the adventurer's pot. But if you look in the description down below both of the streams, you'll see a whole list of options that you can buy things for the adventurer here. When you do make your donation, make it clear what it is that you're buying, and if you don't, then we'll just put it in a pot and the adventurer will be able to draw from that pot as they go. But can you guess who's second in the chat, Abe?
Would that be Legatus?
It is Legatus.
Of
Welcome,
course
Legatus.
it is. Yeah.
Legioners. Some people say he's a good mod. I say he's the best. He's the best mod. Everybody says he's a pretty good mod. He's the greatest.
I wouldn't say he's the best, but everyone else says he's the best, so he's the best. He's the greatest.
So welcome, Legatus. Thank you for being here, as always. And we've got the wonderful Natty McBatty, who's, I believe she's got a bun in the oven at the moment. Am I correct?
She does indeed.
That?
Number 5, I think. Hello,
I know. Have you not got a television in your house, Natty? Perhaps not. To victory, she's saying. Well, at first she said, hello, good luck at Abe. And she's saying to victory.
Dankeschön.
And Legatus is asking, Jack, I think Abe needs all the luck. Let me have a look at his score sheet. He's got a lot of luck. A lot of luck.
A lot of luck. We should do an episode of our show on Cellar Black as well at some point.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out the Jack and Abe show so far, Abe, my comrade here, my brother in arms, he's my co-host, or I'm his co-host. I'm not entirely sure. It's our show. It's not my show. It's not his show. It's our show, and we do like
it's
British
our show.
culture.
Tune in. We touch teapots. It's all good.
Yes, so maybe we should do a Cilla Black episode. I just don't know if I can put up with all that scouse.
All that Klingon.
Klingon?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean. And
yeah,
as I said...
a lot of guttural neck action going on with the scouse accent.
Calm down.
Anyway,
as I said... Kapla, in it, mate, eh? Going to Stovercore.
Grethel will be paved with their ashes.
Anyway, as I said, the Rumble link is in the chat there. If you wouldn't mind going over and giving us some likes and some, follows and all that kind of good stuff over on the Rumble side, I would be very grateful. We've got Steve in the chat as well. Dungeon Master, ready the oil. Indeed. Doodly. And we got Shada. Crimson Shada. Shada's back. What's the crack? Read the rollers. Pleasure to see you, my friend.
King Crimson himself.
King Crimson. The first with the worst luck at first. I think I said that right.
Yeah.
A brave Abe appeared. Indeed.
Brave or foolhardy, I don't think there's much of a difference at this point.
I do, because I saved his ass. He did. Thank you for all the donations. Yeah. He's saying he recommends the garlic buds, Abe. So do with that information what you will. We'll get to that shortly, mate. We'll get to the inventory and the story just shortly. We've got a Grizzled Entertainment in the chat as well. Watch out for those Klingons near Uranus. Indeed, those dingleberries.
They'll cling right on.
They do. The worst part is when you're wiping and you're constantly crayoning the, like you wax crayoning the toilet paper. It's not that it's a Klingon. You feel clean on the outside, but every wipe, it's like, why won't this just go away?
That's why you need to whip the sandpaper out.
And torturing her with matzo ball soup. Torturing who? Oh, no, I still don't know. Torturing her with matzo ball soup. I don't know what that means.
Can't say I've ever had it. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we ought to get over there and see what we be doing. Oh, the Thunberg. Is that what we're talking about? So yes, we are back at Nostromo's tower. Let's have a look at those stats. Oh, actually, first of all, just to remind people, yes, it's the Forest of Doom, Ian Livingstone's Forest of Doom. So this is what we are playing again today. We're continuing Abe's journey right from the get-go, and here we go with his stats. He's doing incredibly well. So, as we can see, so he's got no money in the pot. I can see that he's got no money in the pot. He's used all of his lifelines. However, he has an initial skill of 11, initial stamina of 24, which is the highest you can get, and an initial luck of 12, which is the highest that you can get. If you had one more on skill, you would be...
perfect stats.
It would be perfect stats, absolutely. You're only one behind on the current luck as well. So in your inventory, you've got a sword, a backpack, 12 provisions, a potion of stamina, 39 gold, a clay hand, an armband of strength, a potion of insect control, anti-poison, the headband of concentration, a rod of water finding, the ring of light. And if anyone has ever seen Abe's ring, you would know that it surely glows. And a potion of stillness.
It gets dyed. Yeah.
You bleach it, yeah. Boots of leaping, holy water, tiny brass flute, the mouse skull necklace, the silver box, ebony handle, copper bracelet, small brass bell. So that's what you've got. Now, just to talk about your stats and your lifelines quickly for a second. If people are generous enough to send in some donations, they could, for example, buy some of those lifelines back for you. Let's see, what is it? How much does it cost? So a £5 donation could return a lifeline. It could grant a reroll, and it could return all stats to their initial values. The £4 one gives you the Adventurer's Care package. A £3 will give you a potion of choice, or it will alternatively it will increase one of your current stats by 1. And a £2 donation gives you a random potion, and a £1 donation gives 1 provision or 2 gold. And then the other side of the £5, we've got like the £10 donation, which grants you the devil die. And there are many things that come with the devil die. You'll roll 1d6, and there are many things that come with that. £15. Where's the... I don't see the spawns an enemy. Spawns a random enemy. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be on... Was it £10? Yes. So £10 spawns a random enemy. £15 grants the adventurer the insta kill spell, which means that if he faces off against any enemy, he can invoke this spell and it will kill them absolutely instantly. £30 gives them an extra life, meaning that if they die in battle, they will instantly respawn in the battle with full stats, etc. Or £30 can increase one initial stat by +1, and £50 reduces all stats by 1, all initial stats by 1. So if someone is feeling that generous, they could essentially mess with your entire game. If someone is feeling that generous, of course. But you could mess with his game just by giving a £10 donation and spawning a random enemy. You know, I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying that you could. He's got great stats, and he does stand to actually win this one. So if you want to,
some bastard might come in. Some bastard might come in, donate £1,000, and say, "Just kill him now."
Destroy. Do you know what, mate?
Reduce his stats to 0.
If someone donated £1,000 right now, yeah, I would split it with you, and we would end the stream for the night and say, "That's it, you're
I'd
dead."
be fine with that. That's
fine. But anyway, I think we ought to get into the game. So I'm not going to go through all of this first paragraph, because you know what? Oh well, it's not done. This one. It's not this one. So you could go a completely different way. The first choice is to follow him up the stairs as you did the first time round, or you can try and destroy him. I don't suggest that you do that.
No, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to follow him up the stairs.
Okay.
I got all this gold burning a hole in my pocket. I'm going to buy some shit.
So all of the things that you can buy from the shop, you have here in front of you. It starts at the potion of healing and ends at no. Now I'm gonna just bring up these things again, because what I will say is the things that you've already got, you don't need, because you only ever need them once in any adventure. Going through this adventure again, you don't necessarily need to buy them, but there may be 2 encounters, for example, where you face off against an insect or face off against a plant or get poisoned, so you might want to get another potion of insect control. You might want to get another anti-poison, all that kind of stuff. But the boots of leaping, the rod of water finding, the headband of concentration, all those kinds of ones, you will only ever really use once throughout the entire journey. So let's bring it back to the list of items. And so there you go. They are of all different prices, of course, ranging from 2 to 3 gold pieces. You've got 39 gold pieces, so he's shilling his wares. Go ahead and buy.
I'm gonna get the glove of dexterity 2. I'm gonna get the garlic buds for 2.
Garlic buds.
Garlic and buds.
So that's 2 plus 2. That's 4 so far.
What are the potions I've got again?
You've got a potion of insect control, anti-poison, a potion of stillness, holy water, if you can call that a potion.
Yeah. I think I called it holy water last time for some reason. I thought there were 2 L's in it. So don't I want a plant control or healing?
You don't have a plant control one.
Well, I've got one of healing.
No, you don't actually.
I'll get those two as well then, please.
Okay. How much are they each?
It's 5 in total.
So I take it one of them is 2 and one of them is 3.
Yeah.
So you've spent 9, you've got 30 gold left.
Is that the full list?
Yep, it's from potion of healing down to nose filters.
I can't remember if I used a net of entanglement before or not.
I mean, realistically, you've got enough money to finish off the list. You could buy everything on that list. You've already got some of them, so you could just finish off the list.
I'll get a net of entanglement just in case.
No one ever buys the nose filters.
Did I not buy them the last time?
Maybe you did, and maybe you used them.
Pretty sure I did.
Do you want to buy them again?
Nah, I've got a nasal spray. It's good.
I don't know whether real world objects will help you in this imaginary adventure. You see Crimson saying you should definitely get another glove of missile dexterity.
Yeah, I've just got one.
No, you got the net of entanglement.
Yeah, the glove of dexterity was the first thing I said to get.
Oh, my apologies. It sure was as well. I've already put it on the list there.
Yeah. I think.
Oh no, Crimson. Crimson. He can't use this gold to buy that kind of stuff. He couldn't buy a skill potion, for example, because that's got to be donated by you.
Yeah.
Or the viewers, not necessarily you, but the viewers.
Eclectic Goat saying Abe's shopping trip. This is the whole stream, folks, by the way. It's just me shopping.
Yes.
This is
welcome, Eclectic Goat, as well. It's a pleasure to see you.
The shopping mall of doom. I think that'll do for now, because I've got practically everything else I think I need.
Are you sure you don't want those nose filters?
Yeah, fuck it, I'll buy them as well then.
Yeah, I thought you might want to, mate, because, you know, like, you haven't got them, and you might as well buy them. You've got everything else on the list. Yeah,
because this world stinks.
Exactly. So,
I don't think I've got any fire capsules either, do I?
You don't actually, no.
I'll chuck them in the basket as well then. Why not? Just in case.
Okie dokie then. So that has come to a total of 18.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got 21 left. Let's just bring your gold down now. I'll show you what you've got in a second. 21 gold left. Here's your adventure sheet. So,
okay.
you've got pretty much everything, and plus you've picked up things as you went along through the last journey as well. You've lost those are yours. You can keep them, but you can gamble them for tonight's star prize.
Absolutely nothing.
So yeah, the armband of strength, glove of dexterity, potion of insect control, anti-poison, headband of concentration, garlic buds, rod of water finding, ring of light, potion of stillness, boots of leaping, holy water, tiny brass flute, mouse skull necklace, plant control, silver box, ebony handle, copper bracelet, small brass bell, potion of healing, net of entanglement, nose filters, which I'm having to put in your notes over here, and fire capsules. Now, as we go through this second round of the adventure, anything that you have already got when we reach those paragraphs, you just won't get them again, basically, because you've already got them. So I guess let's get on with it then. Are we ready, clocks? Are we ready? Here we go then. So he talks about the handle, both the head and the handle of the hammer have got the letter G inscribed in them. You go, yeah, I know, mate. I've already picked up one part of it. And he's like, oh, well, that's good then. Now you've only got to go and find the head of the hammer. That's what you had last time in the first instance. And he's like, oh, so you remember me from the previous adventure too? Of course, I'm your Stromo. I remember everything. And you turn to
at which point I would say, could you stop being so cryptic, you dick, and tell me where to find the fucking things? Just give me a map, knobhead.
Ask the dungeon master. So outside in the bright light, you notice the dead quietness again. A narrow path takes you northwards from the tall grass surrounding Nostromo's tower into the dense undergrowth of Darkwood Forest. In a few strides, you are surrounded by the dark and tangled forest. Stones and knotted roots seem to hide in the shadows, and you can almost believe that they are trying to trip you up. The light fades quickly, and the air becomes moist and unpleasant. Deeper and deeper you go into the gloom. Eventually, the path forks either side of a huge old tree. So will you go west or go east?
Now, I think the first time I managed to get the head, I just kept going west. So I'm going to go west.
Okay. Here we go then. The narrow, overgrown path continues to weave its way through the crowded forest. Strange animal cries echo through the trees. It's not long before you arrive at another junction in the path. If you wish to continue westwards, turn to 76. If you wish to turn north, turn to 147.
I'm going to keep going west, I think.
Okay. The path turns suddenly to the right and proceeds northwards into the dense undergrowth. Turn to 206. Excuse me. Suddenly, off a path to your left, you hear cries for help. If you wish to go to the aid of the person in trouble, turn to 253. If you would rather ignore the cries and continue your journey north, turn to 187. I've got a cough really bad.
There you go. That's full-blown AIDS for you folks.
There we are. I feel better now. So,
there you go.
Do you want to find the person in trouble or continue your journey north?
I think I helped him last time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's help him.
Okay. Here he is then. It's this old chap here. Clambering over the gnarled roots of the old trees, you head in the direction of the cries. After a few minutes, you see a man dressed in long, dark robes with his foot caught in a rusted rabbit snare. His face is masked by the robes and only his dark brown eyes are visible. If you want to help the man free his foot from the snare, turn to 344. If you decide against helping him, return to the path and head north, turn to 187.
Yeah, let's free him.
You wedge the sword between the jaws of the snare and pull on it like a lever. The robed stranger adds his strength and finally the snare springs open. He thanks you over and over again and explains that he is in the forest looking for his long-lost brother, who he thinks is living the life of a hermit somewhere in its depths. Together you scramble back over the roots of the trees to the path. You ask him to accompany you north, but he politely declines, saying that he believes his brother lives to the south. You shake hands and bid each other farewell. Turn to 36.
Okay.
Pardon?
I'm just saying okay. I was expecting something potentially quite bad from that.
Well, if you just think about the page numbers that you would have clicked on, I think it was 187. It looks like...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It looks like you go in there anyway. Thinking about the robed stranger, you feel a little bit uncomfortable. There was something about his manner that you did not trust. You stop to look at your backpack and are annoyed to find something missing. The man was a thief. Deduct either all your remaining gold pieces or 2 of the magical items that you purchased from Nostromo from your adventure sheet. You are in 2 minds whether or not to run after the thief, but you sense that he will not. And where he said he was going, that doesn't make sense. You curse and start off north again, turn to 187. So let's get back to your adventure sheet. Now you can either deduct all of your remaining gold or any of your magical items from Nostromo. Any 2 of your magical items from Nostromo.
So what would count in that? Just anything I bought from him?
Only what you bought from him.
Tits.
It's great advice, Crimson. I love the way that your mind is thinking tonight. But he did say what I meant was if we donate, you could use 3 quid to max his skill if we donate. Well, kind of, because the the only way that you would be able to max his skill, his initial skill, would be to spend, is it 30 quid? Is that what I got it set at? Yeah. A £30 donation would increase it increases all initial stats by +1. Where's the one that it can increase 1 initial stat? No, I don't think I've got that in there. But the £3 donation will give a potion of choice, or it will increase his current stats by 1. So 1 current stat by 1 is a £3 donation. So what do you think then, Abe? What 2 magical items from Nostromo do you think that you would like to remove? Or would you like to remove all of your gold, all of your bling? You were making it rain, and now you're not.
Was the Rod of Water Finding, was that
That's a
purchased?
magical item, yeah.
All right, let's get rid of that, because I've never seen that used so far.
Okay. Gone.
Oh.
And we've got Davyverse in the chat. Welcome, Davy. It's a pleasure to see you. We're just trying to decide which 2 magical items were stolen by the thief that Abe just encountered. Whoever writes these is even more cynical about people than I am.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the pot of healing. No, actually, the pot of stamina, I think.
No, you can't get rid of that. That's one that the people have bought.
Oh, that was bought one, was it? Oh.
Well, it's either being so close to your provisions. I'm assuming that it's the one that you started the journey with.
So what does the pot of healing even do then? If I can just regenerate my stamina?
Well, that's like I said, the potion of stamina. It was chosen by you in the very first instance when you started the journey. So you had no idea at that point that you could have bought a potion of healing.
Ah, fuck. Alright, I'll get rid of the fire capsules then.
You sure you don't want to get rid of the potion of healing? Since you've got a potion of stamina? But the potion of healing might also heal, like, current skill, if you need it. It might I'm not entirely
I'll get
sure.
rid of the fire capsules, because I don't recall using those before either.
Okie dokie. Incidentally, just in response to what Crimson Shadow was saying, he is wearing an item at the moment which gives his attack +1. So realistically, even though his initial skill is 11 and his current skill is 11, his total attack strength is the 11 +1. So
it's basically maximum.
You are maxed out.
Sweet. Currently.
Anyway, so back to the story. We turn to 187 and continue north. Walking along the twisting path, you see a small sinewy creature with brown scaly skin sitting on a log on the right of the path. He has a sullen expression on his face, and as he slowly tosses a black shiny rod on a leather cord back and forth between his hands. He might be one of the goblins that you're looking for. Will you draw your sword and attack the goblin, try to start a conversation with the goblin, or ignore him and continue walking north?
Let's just ignore him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk past the goblin, he growls unlike anything you've ever heard before, a growl that you would not expect a goblin to make. Feeling a little nervous, you head quickly north and turn to 148. The path continues north and you soon reach another junction. If you wish to continue north, turn to 97. If you wish to go east this time, turn to 20.
Carry on going north.
What's he saying here? Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. The cursed items, of course, those are the ones the thief took. I don't know what he means by that. Chat. And he's also saying, don't worry, I haven't forgotten. What haven't you forgotten, Crimson? What is it?
He's gonna get you.
An eclectic goat is saying, you sure? Jack's reaction every time someone does something he doesn't like.
Have you got a tell, Jack?
My are you sure can never be told whether or not it's a good you sure or a confusing you sure. It could be one of those ones where I know what's going to happen and I want you to go a different way, in a good or bad way. So, north or east, anyway.
Let's go north.
The path leads ever northwards, but at last the trees are beginning to thin out and appear less menacing as daylight streams through between them. On the right-hand side of the path, you see an old oak chair covered with moss. If you wish to sit in the chair to rest and eat, turn to 328. If you would rather press on northwards, turn to 118.
No, I've sat in that chair before. It was pointless. Carry on going north. Yeah.
Have you got a map in front of you?
No.
Or decisions that you've made previously?
No, I just remember this from the first time.
Fair enough. Oh, what's this?
The fuck?
The path eventually emerges from the trees on to a vast plain. Beyond, you see rising ground leading to low hills. The waist-high grasses on either side of the path sway gently in the warm breeze. All is peaceful, and the dangers ahead seem unimportant. You are enjoying your walk when suddenly the silence is broken by the sound of a squealing and grunting to the right of the path. You can see a path being made through the grass and an unseen beast moving quickly towards you. You draw your sword in readiness, and a few yards ahead of you, a large brown pig creature bursts out onto the path and halts there. It has 2 long tusks protruding from its short, stubby snout. The steam rises into the air from its sweating body. Its small eyes look at you before it puts its head down to charge at you. You must fight the wild boar. And so it looks like we're
Here we go.
Looks like we're heading into our first battle. The wild boar has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 5. This should be fairly easy for a seasoned warrior like yourself. So without further ado, let's get this on. Let's bring up your adventure sheet. And if you wouldn't mind, please, starting the first battle round by rolling 2d6 for the enemy.
Oh,
A 6 and a 5 gives them 17. Let's get rid of those old scores. 17 and 2 for yourself, please. A 4 and a 4 gives you 19. You win the attack round, of course. I mean, you've got a stamina of 20. Oh, actually, and plus we've got to add +1 as well. So it's 19 plus the 1. That's 20. So you definitely win the attack round. And we'll bring their stamina down to 3. Would you like to test your luck to see if you can bring it down any more, or do you want to carry on?
No, just carry on.
Okie dokie. 2d6, please. A 6 and a 3 gives them 15. And then 2 for yourself, please. A 6 and a 2 gives you 19 again, plus the 1 from your magical item. That gives you 20 again. You win the attack round, and you brought their stamina down to 1. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Nope, let's just go again.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it, lady. 6 and a 1 gives them 13. And then 2 for yourself. This should be the death kill now. 20 plus the 1, that gives you 21. You've won the attack round, you've beaten the boar, and congratulations, you done it. So, where's the music gone? My mouse isn't working correctly, so it keeps dancing around on me. But there you go.
There we go.
You did it. You won. Well done.
Goat is right, though. Wild boars are scary as fuck. They don't behave like actual domesticated pigs at all.
No, I used to live near the Forest of Dean, and me and my brother used to go walking through the forest quite regularly, and you have to be very careful that you don't like stumble upon a boar, especially during, you know, the sort of the mating season, or the, you know, after the birthing season, basically.
Aggro as fuck, mate.
They are pretty intense, and they'll kill you. They can kill you. So yeah, you won the battle. Let's turn to 174. As you draw your sword from the carcass of the wild boar, you wonder what made it attack you. In the distance, you hear the sound of barking dogs. Perhaps it was hunted and being trapped, made its last stand against you. Through the nose of the boar, you see a large gold ring, which you cut loose and place in your backpack. It's worth 10 gold pieces, and add 1 luck point. Turn to 323. So that's nice, because not only have you got an added 10 gold now, taking you back up to
Sweet.
31. You've actually maxed out your current luck again. So any luck roll at this point is an automatic win.
So I've technically now got absolute max stats.
Absolute max stats. You are one of the luckiest. One?
I'm never going to live this down if I fuck this one up.
Yes. Walking north, you soon arrive at the junction in the path. You may continue north, go west, or go east.
Let's go west.
Okay.
Because I think the first time round I just kept going west as much as I could.
This dude looks more like your kind of chap, doesn't he?
Ooh.
Ahead you see that the path ends at door of a large hut made of dried mud. It has a domed roof and a single window. You peer through the window and see a large man with dark skin sitting at a table in the middle of the hut. He's bare-chested and is flexing the muscles of his arms. If you wish to enter the hut, turn to 209. If you would rather return to the junction in the path, turn to 349.
I'd forgotten that detail, that almost everything in this world that's vaguely evil is dark-skinned.
Yeah. Living in a mud hut, no less.
Yeah. I'm going to go into the hut, because this is what the strength armband was for, wasn't it?
Maybe. As you enter the hut, the big man smiles. He looks pleased to see you and starts to speak in a deep voice. Welcome, stranger. My name is Quinn, and I earn my living by my arms. Would you care for a little wager, perhaps as an arm wrestling? If you wish to accept the challenge, turn to 28. If you wish to decline his offer, you politely refuse and return to the junction in the path.
I think it'd be funny if it was Jason Statham.
Welcome, stranger.
Welcome, stranger. I'm Jason fucking Statham. I earn a living by my arms. Would you care for a little fucking wager, you bastard?
What's that tucked inside your belt? So, are you going to accept the challenge?
Yeah, accept the challenge.
Challenge accepted. If
there we go.
Possess the armband of strength, which you do? Yes, you do. The armband of strength, turn to 52. If you don't, turn to the other page.
Crimson Shadow, accept this cunt's challenge. You fucking can't.
Quinn explains that he will wager some dust of levitation against an item or coins to the value of 10 gold pieces. Ah, the dust of levitation. I've heard of that before. Maybe it's something that you really, really, really need to win.
Yes.
As you sit down at the table opposite him, you deftly slip on the armband of strength onto your arm. You put your elbow on the table and lock hands with him. His grip is like an iron jaw and his dark slanted eyes look confident. His biceps bulge and he gives the signal for the contest to begin. You start to push his arm down and are amazed at your own strength. Sweat breaks out on his forehead and you can see the disbelief and pain on his face. You push harder and harder and force his arm down on the table in defeat. Quinn stands up and walks silently to the wooden chest at the back of the hut. He lifts the lid and pulls out a small glass vial. He hands it to you and walks back to the table, where he slumps in his chair, looking thoroughly dejected. The dust in the vial sparkles and the light and you put it in your backpack and leave the hut. Outside, you walk back to the junction in the path. So let's go back to your adventure sheet quickly. You now have the... Oh, I'll put it down here, actually. The dust of levitation. Dust of levitation, innit, mate? Yeah.
Where's your fucking dust, you cunt? He says with
Right.
a face that's just covered in white powder.
You arrive back at the crossroads. Ignoring the way south back to the forest, you may go north or continue east.
Damn it, because I know I've got to find this crypt somewhere, because that's what I needed the dust for.
Atom Gray in the chat. Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
Welcome, my friend. It's a pleasure to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Abe is doing extremely well. I don't know whether you saw his stats, but he's actually continuing from last time. Yes, just just in time for a dusty cahoot. I'm sure that's what he meant.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Back to the crypt, you shite bags.
You wee ball bag.
You wee ball bag. So do you want to go north or east?
Let's go east.
North or east? Okay. So you're going east. And don't forget, boys and girls, I am broadcasting over on the Rumble side as well. I am a part of the Rumble Creator Program now, and I would very, very much appreciate it if you could go over there, give me some views over there, give me some follows, some watch hours, put a few chats in the chat. It all goes to getting my stats up for the month, basically. So I was accepted yesterday, and so my timer starts from the 1st of October. I really need those numbers in order to stay in the program. So if you wouldn't mind at least going over there and like dropping some chats and all that lovely kind of stuff, give me a follow, give me a like, all that kind of stuff, if you wouldn't mind, please. So getting back to the game now that I've plugged my channel. You arrive at the crossroads. You're going east. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Walking along the path, you notice marks in the ground made by the hooves of a horse. Heading east, you arrive at another junction in the path. The hoof marks lead south, back to the forest. I'll put a comma there because that should be a comma. You decide to head north, though. So in the distance, to the right of the path, you see a large bird circling in the sky. As you get closer, you recognize them as vultures. If you wish to step off the path to see what or whom the vultures are interested in, turn to 384. If you wish to ignore the vultures and continue walking north, turn to 394.
No, I'm just going to ignore them.
Okay.
I can't remember if I've fucked with them last time or not.
You might have. It might have given you something that you needed. I'm just throwing it out
I don't
there.
know. I'm pretty flush right now, to be honest. I'm already the richest man in the land. You know, I've got everybody's shit.
Okay. Well, this could end up being a pretty short show.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue walking north then, yes?
Yeah.
Gradually, the grass around you becomes shorter and the ground gently starts to rise. Ahead, you can hear the sound of flowing water. Soon you reach the bank of a slow-flowing river. The river is very shallow and stepping stones cross it to the far bank where the path continues north into the distance. So will you cross the river by the stepping stones or wade through the shallow water across the river?
Yeah, stepping stones.
You step carefully along the slippery stones to the other side of the river. You see that the path continues north into the hills, but as it's getting dark, you decide to make camp for the night under a large solitary tree to the right of the path. You build a large fire and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. You've been asleep for about an hour when the soft noise of fluttering wings wakes you up. You sit up and grab your sword, and in the light of the full moon you see three large shapes flying towards you. They look like large bats. But as they swoop in close, you see the unmistakable fangs of vampire bats. Do you possess any garlic buds? Well,
I do indeed.
core blimey, if it wasn't one of those things that you bought from Nostromo's tower not only 10 minutes ago. So you reach quickly into your backpack and pull out the garlic buds. The vampire bats close in on you, but veer away at the last second. That should say last second there. We're doing it live, folks. Live editing.
Doing it live.
Screeching loudly. They hover above you, eager to drink your blood, but the garlic keeps them at bay. Eventually, they go off. That should say go. Okay. Go off. In search of some other prey. Leaving the garlic by your side, you settle down to sleep again, and in the morning you collect your belongings and head north. You head north along the path. So first things first, I just need to make a couple of amendments to your adventure sheet. So we're going to take away the garlic buds now, because the magical items, as of course, as Nostromo said, only have enough magic for one thing. And you also used the armband of strength, so I'm going to be taking that away from you as well.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So we turn to 119. The ground is quite steep as the path wends its way into the hills. By the time you reach the top, the sun is quite hot. All around in the distance you see the green circle of Darkwood Forest. Mist still hangs in the tall grass behind you, but ahead you see the valley floor bathed in sunlight. All is quiet. As you start down the far side of the hill, you see a junction in the path. You may either continue north down the hill or west along the new branch.
No, carry on going north.
Excellent. And I just want to say as well, whilst I've got the opportunity, thank you for being over there on the Rumble side. It's a pleasure to see you.
He looks
We've got
familiar.
Davey Verse. What are you saying, Abe?
He looks familiar.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's all them
And
bananas.
Tomby has raided the stream. Thank you, Tomby.
Yo, Tommy.
He did say that he was going to raid the stream shortly. It's a pleasure to see you, and thank you for all of our new joiners coming into the chat there. I've already put the Rumble link in the YouTube sides. It would be nice to have a few people saying hello in the Rumble chat and, you know, just giving us some few chats over there. If I can get 10 people on the Rumble side, I'll even try and do an ad read if I can. So yes, it would be nice to have a good few people over there. I can see that there are 10 people on YouTube currently, and if you wouldn't mind going over to the Rumble side, I would be very, very grateful. So just in case you didn't see it previously, there it is again. That's the Rumble link. Go and give us some love over on the Rumble side. I would be very, very, very grateful. So yeah, there we go. So you want to continue north down the hill, is that correct?
Yep.
All right then. Oh, here we go. What's these? What have you got here?
A bunch of madmen.
A bunch of madmen with arrows and bows and shite. The path runs north down the hill between large boulders and rocks. You have an uneasy feeling that you're being watched. Then, from behind one of the larger boulders to the left of the path, spring two sinewy men with long hair and beards. They are wearing animal furs and look menacing. One notches an arrow in his bow and lets it fly. Test your luck. If you're lucky, the arrow misses you and flies past your head. If you're unlucky, the arrow lodges itself in your shoulder and you suffer the loss of 3 stamina points. If you're still alive, turn to 3, 4, 8. So what I can tell you is that your luck is at 12 currently. So I'm not going to ask you to roll. I'm just going to reduce your current luck by 1, so you now have a current luck of 11, and I'm going to class it as you were lucky because you were lucky. You couldn't have rolled any higher or lower, basically.
Sweet.
So there we go. The men curse and jump up and down in anger at having missed you. They start to argue and push each other around. They seem to forget all about you. If you want to attack the wild hillmen, turn to 43. If you want to walk past them along the path while they're still arguing, turn to 188.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty invulnerable. Let's have a pop at the bastards.
Okay. Let's turn to 43. So you draw your sword and charge the wild hillmen, who stop their argument and turn towards you, screaming and wielding axes. Fight them one at a time. You may escape by running north along the path. If you do that, you'll lose 2 stamina points. But I guess let's get into it. The first wild hillman has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 5. The second has a skill of 6 and a stamina of 4. So 7 and 5, 6 and 4. Okay then, so let's get into the battle arena. And so
let's do this.
The first battle round against your boy Wild Man number 1, please roll 2d6 for the enemy. A 5 and a 2 gives them 14. And if you can roll 2d6 for yourself, please. Nice. A 5 and a 2 gives you 18 plus the 1 from your magical thing. That's 19. You win the attack round and will reduce their stamina down to 3. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
No, let's just carry on.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy, please. 6 and 2 gives them 15. And then 2 for yourself, please. A 5 and a 1 gives you 17 plus 1 gives you 18. You win the attack round and you brought their stamina down to 1. Test your luck or carry on?
Just carry on.
Okay, 2d6 please. A 6 and a 2 again gives them 15 again.
You don't.
And so 2 for yourself, please. The killer blow. Even though it's a 1 and a 3, you got 15, which would have parried blows. But since you've got that extra 1, you've actually won that attack round and you've destroyed your first enemy. In that case, can you roll 2d6 for your next enemy, please? 2 2s. Give them 10. And 2 for yourself, please. Oh, nice.
Annihilation.
Yeah, 22 plus the 1 gives you 23. That makes you absolutely obliterate their attack. And you've brought their stamina down to 2. Test your luck or carry on?
No, carry on.
2d6 for the enemy then, please. A 3 and a 2 gives them 11. And a 6 and a 5, that's got to have done it. 22 plus the 1 gives you 23 again. You won the attack round. You've destroyed the enemy. Both of those wild hillmen are dead. Congratulations. You did it again, Abe.
Sweet.
Awesome sauce. That's brilliant. Well done, mate.
Nailed
They
them.
were hardly an inconvenience at all.
Yep, barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, super easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Do it, lady.
We've got 8 people over on the Rumble side now. Thank you for joining us. And I see that we've got Rick Cleary in the chat as well. Welcome, Rick. Brother Rick and Jacob Ironside joining us over there. And Mid Iowa Gamer as well. Thank you so much. And yes, Atom Grey is quite right. We need 2 more for a Rumble ad read over on Rumble. So if you're generous enough to go over there and at least give us some what's this, Tomby? Prick query. Brother Rick. Brother Prick. No, Brother Rick. Thank you for joining us. Oh, what have we got? We've got 10. We've got 10, Abe. Do you know what 10. That means?
Do a fucking ad read.
That means I can do it. I can do it. Yeah. Right then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the Rumble ad read scene. I'm going to take you quickly. Hang on, wait for it. I've got to sort this out now. So that's me there, and so the screen's going to go black temporarily. You should still be able to hear me, I think, if I put my whatchamacallit there. And so we're going to do a ad read for Rumble. So let's give it a go. Accept and start. Yes, accept and start. Let's do this. Okay. So, if you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content that you want. Once you've got it, search for my channel and hit follow. That way, you'll get a notification every time I go live. No shows missed, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it to your phone and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble. Follow the channel and be a part of the action. Thank you so much for joining this ad read. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of that. Ad read over. Yeah, I did. Thank you so much, everybody. I truly appreciate your support over there. That's great. First ad read over. Let's get back to the main scene where we've got Abe. There we are.
Sweet.
So you didn't need to... so professional. I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad for a noob. And also, like, it's the same with the reading the book that's in front of me, because I can actually hear myself. I'm speech jamming myself. So anytime I read anything, I am finding it very difficult to read and speak at the same time, because I'm constantly getting that speech jamming.
Yeah, it's very off-putting, isn't it?
But I truly appreciate you going over to the Rumble side and putting some chats in there and, you know, being so supportive. Don't forget to follow the channel and like the stream as well. What's Rick saying? You are on my 80-inch 4K TV, you twat.
I swear Rick's TV seems to get bigger every time he mentions it.
It does, at least by 1 inch.
Yeah.
It's an inch every time. Anyway. You won it. So let's turn to 50. Around the neck of one of the wild hillmen, you find a small silver key hanging on a leather cord. You untie the leather cord and put the key in your backpack, and you set off north again. So I'm going to put that in your inventory. Silver key. Excellent. Right, so we'll turn to the 188. Walking down the hill, you see the valley floor stretching ahead and beyond, a sinister wall of trees on the other side of the trees. That doesn't make sense. Walking down the hill, you see the valley floor stretching ahead and beyond, a sinister wall of trees. That doesn't make sense. No. So I think it's supposed to be
as soon as the wall of
false...
trees on the other side of the trees lies Stonebridge, your journey's end.
That's what I've just done there. So yeah, on the other side of the trees lies Stonebridge, your journey's end. Arriving on the valley floor, you see that the path comes to a junction. If you want to head west, turn to 221. If you want to head east, turn to 359. I've got a feeling that Crimson has got the answers to this journey in front of him, and he's cheating by telling you all the answers. He's guiding you along.
Or does that mean he's right?
Perhaps he's trying to lead you into a trap.
Because I don't really remember quite where the crypt was. God damn it.
Oh, and look at this as well. Crimson Shadow. Donating $20 dibdobs. If you've done that on the app, by the way, that only donates £10 or $10 because like Apple and Android, it's you only get 50% of the what's it, and the exchange rates as well between dollars and UK sterling, that comes to about 20p, doesn't it? Yeah, so thanks for the 20 pence donation. No, of course, thank you for the roughly £10 donation there, Crimson Shadow. We appreciate your support over here on Rumble and everywhere that you watch us. So he's saying, here you go, your ball bag. But what I want to know is, are you donating to spawn an enemy? Because that could potentially fuck up Abe's game right here. Or are you just putting it into his pot? You could just be putting it into his pot.
Or maybe it's just unrelated and it's just a donation to you.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The Mid-Iowa Gamer saying, I think Jack and Abe have TV envy. Perhaps. Yes.
Maybe.
Fapple. So it looks like he's just doing it for a general donation to the Adventurers Pot. So you now have a £10 donation in the pot, since the exchange rate is roughly about that. It's like 2 to 1, isn't it? Or is it? What is the exchange rate? I'm going to just quickly look at the exchange rate.
Who would it?
Dollary dibdobs. USD to sterling. So it's 1 to 74. So he gave us 20. So it's actually £14.88. So I'm going to call it £15. He's donated £15 to us, or to you, for your pot to draw from. So essentially, right now, whilst we're here at this level, you could buy an insta-kill spell, and that'll kill any enemy. Like, as soon as you invoke it, it'll kill any enemy. You could actually return all 3 of your lifelines, because return a lifeline costs £5 each. Alternatively, you could buy yourself a re-roll. So if you're not happy with one of your rolls, you can roll again. Or it will return all of your initial, all of your stats to their initial values, but you're maxed out pretty much at the moment
that'd
anyway.
Be totally negligible at this point, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. You could, if you wanted to, pay £10 and take a chance on the devil die.
So what does that do exactly? Okay,
so depending on what you roll on 1d6, so a roll of 1 reduces all of your current stats by 1. If you roll a 2, it will remove 2 provisions. If you roll a 3, it will remove 1d6 worth of gold. So you'll roll the die, and however much you roll on 1d6, so it's like it's 1 to 6 basically. You may end up losing 6 gold. Ooh.
Okay.
Someone else has just donated to you as well, my friend. But I'll just continue with this for now. So if you roll a 4, it removes 1 potion. If you roll a 5, however, it will give you +1 to any stat. And if you roll a 6, it will add 1d6 of gold. Or alternatively, £10 spawns a random enemy. But
who would choose that option?
Well, it's for this reason here. Recent tips say Rick has just tipped £15. Okay, I'll be the prick that spawns a random enemy.
Okay,
so he's spending £10 on spawning a random enemy, and then there's another £5 gone into your pot. So you now actually have £20 in your pot, which is nice. So you could actually buy an insta-kill spell to destroy this enemy that Rick's
I'll
just
buy
spawned.
an insta-kill. I'm not saying I'm going to use it yet, though. It depends what enemy is spawned.
Yes, of course. Rick, what can we say the name is of the enemy that was just spawned? But what I will say before anything is thank you so much, Rick, for your £15 donation. Your generousness knows no bounds, and we truly appreciate your support here on the channel. So thank you so very much, my friend. So Rick has indeed has indeed donated to spawn a random enemy. So what I'm going to ask you to do is you have to roll for the monster's skill and stamina. So if you can please roll 1d6 for the monster's skill. 4. Okay, that's not too bad. We're going to add 3 to that score. So that gives them a skill of 7.
Yeah, fucking Rick. Call it Goldar.
Okay. So if you can roll 2d6, please, for the enemy's stamina. And that's a stamina of 8. So they've got a skill of 7 and a stamina of 8. You've also bought an insta-kill spell. So I'm just adding that. Insta-kill spell. And now you have £5 left in your pot. Okay. I'm sure that's right.
Okay.
Just looking at the... Yeah. You've spent 15 out of your pot. You now have 5 left. So I guess we better get over to your adventure sheet because you have an enemy to destroy.
Crimson's still highlighted, by the way.
Oh, is he? Okie dokie. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know, people in the chat. What else have people been saying? I'm certain of it. Yes, the TV envy. I was there for all the Forest of Doom streams. Also, my English teacher had the book. Ah, so that's how you know. That's how you know what to do and where to go. Yes, we're going to call it Goldar. So a wild Goldar has appeared. He has a stamina of 8 and a skill of 7. So, Abe, I guess we better get into it. Without further ado, let's battle this enemy. Do you want to use the insta-kill spell, or do you want to try and defeat this enemy on your own wit and skill?
Nah, I can beat this bitch.
Let's do it then. Roll 2d6 for the enemy, please. That's a 5 and a 3. Gives them 15. And 2 for yourself, please. 6 and a 4 plus the 1 gives you 22. That means you've won that attack round. We'll bring their stamina down to 6. Test your luck or carry on?
Carry on.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 4 and a 2 gives them 13. And a 2-2.
2-2.
Gives you 15 plus the 1 gives you 16. You win the attack round again. Well done. And we'll reduce their stamina down to 4. Test your luck or carry on?
Carry on.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 6 and a 4 gives them 17 this time. They're coming back with a vengeance. 2 for yourself. 3-3. Tree. Gives you 17. You would have parried blows, but you've got that extra 1, so you've actually won the attack round, and we've brought their stamina down to 2. Test your luck or carry on?
Carry on.
2d6 for the enemy, please. A 6 and a 1 gives them 14. This should be the killer blow, surely. A 1 and a 3 gives you 15 plus the 1, and that makes 16, which means you win the attack round, you've destroyed the enemy, and the battle is over.
Sweet. Fuck you, Goldar.
Yes. Goldar, spawned by Rick Cleary, has been destroyed, and you still have an insta-kill spell. Incidentally, you could, if you wanted to, right now, buy your backtrack back, or any of the other things. And that means I'll start tracking your journey progress again from this point on.
Yeah, I'll buy a backtrack then.
Okay, so your pot is now empty. And you have a backtrack, which means that I will start tracking your progress again. Once again, Crimson Shadow and Rick Cleary, thank you so much for your generous donations. Truly appreciate the support for the channel.
Rick's got a question. Do these random enemies drop any loot?
Nah. Nah, bro.
God damn it.
Well, it depends on what you call loot. Goldar shat himself just before you killed him, so you can pick up that turd if you like.
Well, it should be a golden turd because he is mostly gold. Yeah.
All right then. I tell you what, he dropped a golden turd, and it's worth 5 gold pieces.
Sweet.
So you now have 36 gold. Congratulations.
That's only like 3 less than what I started with this round, wasn't it?
Yep. There are some
dripping
other
with ice, man.
How much stamina do I'm assuming that says how much stamina do you want the monster to bleep you with? Is that what you meant? Davey Verse is saying you're a turd burglar.
Turd burglar.
So literally. There you go, Rick Cleary. As a present for winning the battle, he picked up a golden turd worth 6 gold pieces.
And now I'm officially a turd burglar. So there you go, Rick. You've got your wish finally.
Yeah.
Thanks for the donation.
Back to the main game, though. So walking on down the hill, valley floor stretching ahead, sinister wall of trees. On the other side of the trees is Stonebridge. Your journey's end. Arriving on the valley floor, you see that the path comes to a junction. Do you want to head west or go east?
Now, Crimson says east, but I'm pretty sure one of the running jokes of the first time I did this, it was that I just kept going west and north. And that's how I found the crypt.
Well, the choice is yours, my friend, so...
Fuck it, I'm gonna go west. Sorry, Crimson.
The valley floor is covered with lush green grass and it's very flat. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. You either continue west or you head north again. Or you can backtrack.
Keep going west.
Who's this dude sitting on a mushroom? To the left of the path, you see a small man with a long grey beard sitting cross-legged on top of a huge mushroom. He's wearing a bright red jacket and cap, and his trousers are black and end at the knees. He's asleep and snoring loudly. You can either give him a gentle push to wake him up or quietly walk past him and continue your journey west.
Let's just keep going west.
All right.
It looks like he's having a good kip.
So 387, just in case you want to go back. And we will continue. We will ignore the poor sleeping bastard. No, it's 378, not 387. 378, and we will ignore him and walk straight past, continuing west. You arrive at another junction in the path. The way south leads back to the hills, so ignore it and continue west. The path makes a sudden turn to the right and heads north across the valley floor. To the left of the path, you see a large pond with a small wooden hut with a thatched roof by its edge. If you want to investigate the hut, turn to 324. If you wish to ignore the hut and continue north along the path, turn to 149.
Do vaguely remember this as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, Jacob. I didn't get it.
I'm just going to carry on north.
Death by typo. A wild Tomby appeared on the mushroom and is trying to cool his butthole. Yeah, get well soon, Tomby.
That's about right. Yeah.
So you want to...
I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah.
All right. As you walk across the valley floor, you see the dark green wall of dark wood forest looming up before you. The path leads directly into the thick undergrowth, and soon you're walking between tall, dark trees and thorny bushes. It's a dark and quiet place, and the path forks. If you wish to walk east, turn to 130. If you would rather continue north, turn to 306.
I'm pretty sure Stonebridge is to the northeast.
Okay.
From where I am now.
You're saying that you want to find a crypt, though, right?
Yeah. I'm going to carry on going north.
Very well. 306. Amidst the trees to the left of the path, you see a small stone building covered with ivy and moss. If you wish to examine the building, turn to 391. If you wish to carry north along the path, turn to 112.
Yeah, let's check the building out.
Oh, I wonder what this could be. The building measures only 3 meters by 3 meters and has no windows. The door is made of stone and looks very solid. There is no handle, and it does not appear that there is another way to enter the building. Then you notice a tiny keyhole in the stone door. Do you possess a silver key? Well, by
yes,
Jove!
I fucking well do.
Turn to 200. You take the small silver key out of your backpack and place it into a keyhole. This fits
is
perfectly, and you give it a turn. The lock clicks and the stone door swings open. The stone stairs lead down from the door into the gloomy depths, and you can't see a thing down the stairs. Do you wish to descend the stairs or return to the path north?
Let's barrel roll down them fucking stairs.
Do a barrel roll. Oh, what have we found here, my friend?
Ooh, this looks familiar.
Familiar. You step carefully down the stone stairs, feeling your way as you go. Slowly, your eyes become accustomed to the dark, and you begin to make out the shapes at the bottom of the stairs. You are standing in a small square room with a low ceiling. The floor is thick with dust, and there are cobwebs everywhere. In the middle of the room, there is what appears to be a large stone box measuring approximately 2 by 1 meters. The top of it is a great stone slab. Along one of the rough stone walls, you find a small alcove with a candle in it. You may either light the candle or walk back up the stairs.
Let's light the candle.
Let's light that candle, boys and girls. The light from the candle casts eerie shadows around the room. In the yellow light, you see the face of an old man carved into the stone slab atop the box. Then you notice the leg of a skeleton protruding from the shadows in the far corner of the room. You walk over to the skeleton to inspect it. The skeleton is small and the skull has sharp, protruding teeth. It could be the skeleton of either a goblin or an orc. You walk over to the stone box. The slab on the top looks as though it could be moved. If you wish to try to lift the stone slab, turn to 95. If you wish to ignore the slab and return to the path, turn to 112. I got a feeling I know what you're going to do.
Yeah, do you know what? I might try and lift that stone slab.
Okie dokie. So let's try to lift the
Crimson
stone.
says, of course we're lighting the fucking candle.
Let's see what else the people are saying. North in it. Yeah,
In
it's
it.
North. What's this?
No.
Davyverse has got a lovely thing to show us. Have you already clicked on it? Have you?
I've seen it just now, yeah.
Was that on the Rumble side, was it?
It's Rumble, yeah.
Let's have a look then. That's so sweet. Let's show the people at home what it is.
Let's give it a go.
There it is. Let's share it.
Have a wee gander.
Add it to scene and maximize it. There it is. Davyverse says, I was about to sleep, but I had this idea. Yes. Abe loves Daily, and he has gotten the golden turd from Goldar, the defeated Goldar. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Davey. That's absolutely awesome.
He's great at these, you know.
He is. Fantastic. Thanks for that, buddy. Appreciate it. It's and what's more is it adds a little bit more to this stream as well. You know what I mean? It gives us that little bit extra,
something a bit different.
Yeah, something to break it up. Something to break it up a bit. Right, back to the story. Have I got the... I thought I'd still got the pinned comment up. Rick Cleary is saying, put the candle back.
No, it's my candle.
You need the candle after robbing that turd. Atom Gray is saying, rip Goldar. And we've got Prophetic Apathetic in the chat as well. We always knew Abe was a special kind of poop.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
A golden one, in fact. Green and golden.
Grizzled Entertainment is saying, well, can't say he didn't take any shit from Goldar. So, you try to lift the stone slab with all of your might, but it won't budge. Do you have any dust of levitation? Well, bugger me sideways. What are you saying, Abe?
I do have a little bit of dust of levitation.
Let's get over to this adventure sheet, because we can take away the silver key now. Where's that gone? You've used the silver key. And it looks like you're about to use that dust of levitation as well. You definitely do have it down there in your inventory. So let's go to 173. You take from your backpack the glass vial containing the sparkling dust and sprinkle it on the stone slab. Slowly, the stone slab starts to rise into the air. You peer into the box and are horrified to see the rotting corpse lying there. Ragged clothes cover skeletal. What? That doesn't make sense. Ragged clothes cover skeletal with flesh hanging from it. That's not right.
It's either got to be ragged clothes cover the skeleton with flesh hanging, or ragged clothes over skeletal flesh. It's either one.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Do it,
I'm
lady.
going to say skeleton. Cover the skeleton. There we go. Cover the skeleton with flesh hanging from it. You have lifted the lid of a coffin containing some cursed undead creature and jump back in horror as you see its eyes flick open. You are in a crypt made foul by some unknown follower of darkness. Slowly the creature rises from its coffin and moves towards you with arms outstretched. Do you possess any holy water? Well, fucking hell, Dave.
I do.
You've got the holy water. You do, so let's turn to 58.
Let's splash this bitch.
You reach into your backpack and pull out a small bottle of holy water. Quickly removing the cork, you throw the water at the advancing ghoul. Thick smoke rises into the air, and the burn marks made by the holy water on the putrid flesh of the ghoul. The ghoul appears to be in great pain, but through its wide open mouth, no sound is heard. It crawls into a corner of the room, desperate to escape your godly weapon. You walk over to the coffin and look inside. You are overjoyed to see, as well as 25 gold pieces, an object that the ghoul was using as a headrest. A bronze hammer with the letter G inscribed in it. You happily put your findings into your backpack and walk back up the stairs to leave the crypt. Turn to 112. So before we do that, let's take away the holy water. Let's take away the dust of levitation. And let's add the hammer paid and add 25 gold pieces to your scores. So that's
61.
Isn't that how many thousand Bitcoin that woman was caught with by the Met Police recently?
Oh, yeah, it's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like thousands. Tens of thousands of Bitcoin.
It was 61,000 Bitcoin have just been confiscated by Metropolitan Police following a sting against this a Ponzi scheme scammer from China. Yeah. She's known as the Queen of Crypto or something like that. Hey, you leg. Big Leg. I think his name was Big Leg.
It was Big Leg.
Yeah, he's got a big fucking leg.
And it was his third leg as well.
We found Joe Biden and...
Yeah, apparently so.
Scoosh there, douche.
Skadoosh.
It's like Abe has foresight. Exactly.
Yeah. It's almost like I've played this same fucking game multiple times.
By Grabthar's hammer, you will be avenged. You
shall be avenged.
You also found 3 missing children down there who were sniffed to death. No, Rick Cleary, it was worth £7 billion. 61,000 Bitcoin is about 5 to 7 billion pounds. In fact, it's so much that Rachel Reeves is eyeing it up to try and plug the black hole. Atom Grey and the Sons of Warven, says Prophetic Apathetic. So, Abe, you are in an extremely strong position at the moment. Not only have you got the ebony handle now, you've now got the hammer, the complete hammer of Stonebridge. So all you've got to do now is make your way to Stonebridge with Grabthar's hammer and present it to your boy Gillibrand. So let's hope that you survive these next several paragraphs. Yes, Rick?
Yeah.
That's real money.
real money.
Yeah, so she apparently, Davyverse, she scammed 128,000 people in China, and I think it was like 61,000 or 60 odd thousand people in the UK. I think there was another several tens of thousands of people in the US that she scammed as well. That's wife-changing money. Anyway, back to the game. So we turn to 112. The path presses on northwards through the dense trees. Then it makes a sudden turn to the right and heads east. The path is so overgrown in places that you have to use your sword to cut through it. Your walk east is long and tiring. At last, you reach a junction in the path. Looking at Big Leg's map, you decide to head north again in the direction of Stonebridge and ignore the narrow path continuing east. The path opens out into a small clearing. To your right, you see a pile of branches, grass, and pieces of rag, the lair of some large creature. Amongst the debris and old bones scattered about, you catch sight of something glittering. If you want to look more closely, turn to 57. If you wish to hurry on north along the path, turn to 360. Don't forget you've got to backtrack.
Let's just go north for now.
Well, you could go to 57, and if you don't like what you see there, you could come back here and go to 360.
Or I could do vice versa.
Well, you could.
Yeah, let's go north.
Okie dokie. 360 it is. Oh, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Walking along the narrow path, you suddenly hear the sharp crack of a twig breaking with whispering low voices. You draw your sword and wait anxiously with your back to a large oak tree. Then, from behind the trees opposite you, step 4 men and a woman dressed in green tunics. Each looks menacing, and they stand with swords and axes in their hand. The young woman steps forward and tells you that you are trespassing on their territory, and you must pay a levy of 5 objects from your backpack or face the consequences. If you wish to give them what they want, turn to 279. If you would rather spit on the ground and in reply and fight them, turn to 104.
Now, the last time, didn't we say that gold would suffice as payment for them?
It does actually, although you wouldn't know that on first playthrough, since you have foreknowledge of the game, you can say that each of the 5 objects counts as 5 gold.
Yeah, well, I'm dripping with gold, so give them what they want.
Okie dokie. Treat all of the items in your backpack as single objects, including each gold piece. Make the necessary deductions from your equipment list and turn to 246. So I'm going to reduce your gold by 5, and you now have 56.
Oh no, I'm broke.
Brokey! Haram! So turn to 246. The bandit woman takes the items from you and steps back to let you pass. You head north again and soon notice the trees beginning to thin out on either side of the path. Eventually, the path leads out of the trees into a pluffed field. You are out of Darkwood Forest. Pluffed, yeah. Isn't the English language a strange thing?
It's so strange. I know that plenty of non-English speakers find it difficult to learn all of the complexities, but paradoxically, it's one of the easiest languages to communicate in because the order of the grammar doesn't matter.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, if Brian Clough can name his, have his name spelled almost identical to that there, then I can say pluffed instead of ploughed. So that Bitcoin is going to be out of circulation now. Not necessarily not out of circulation, it's just gone to the British government.
I think they're planning on auctioning it off.
Is that
the same
right?
thing happened in the US, yeah.
Yeah, you essentially
Good
gave
question.
them Goldar's turd.
Yeah. Here you go, folks. Here's a great big old golden turd. Have fun with that.
And the woman's like, the bandit woman's like, I hope you didn't kill the creature that shat that out. We could have just forced fed them and had gold for days.
And I'm just like, I'm sure I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, you'll be right. Right then, let's get on with it. You'll be right. 204. Oh my gosh, where are you? What is this, Abe? The path leads through the field to a stone bridge over a clear stream. Beyond the bridge are the small cottages and wooden huts of a village. The sign reads, Stonebridge. You cross the bridge and you see two old dwarves with long white beards standing by a cottage, looking at you. Do you have the hammerhead and the handle with the letter G inscribed in it? If you
yes,
do,
I do.
Turn to 400. I have never said that in a single episode of Read and Roll, and there's a reason why that is, because 400 just so happens to be the very final chapter in the book. You walk up to the old dwarves and ask them to take you to Gillibrand. They eye you suspiciously, but agree to do so, commenting on your wounds and torn clothing. You got
torn
those
clothing?
in Darkwood Forest, I presume, says one of the dwarves.
I'm covered in the greatest drip ever. I'm rich, bitch.
You got those in Darkwood Forest, I presume, says one of the dwarves, pointing at the various gashes on your body with his long clay pipe. Some people never learn. Adventures are all the same. I can't see the sense in it myself. You walk through the village behind the two dwarves and are aware of many dwarvish folk watching you. They begin to follow you and a procession builds up behind. There are lots of mutterings and whispers amongst the crowd of dwarves, and expectant looks show on their faces. Soon you arrive at the foot of the stone steps leading up to a stone building. Outside the building on an ornate wooden throne sits a small old man with a long beard. He is wearing a crown but looks miserable and holds his head in his hands. You run up the steps, taking the hammerhead and the handle from your backpack. At the sight of them, the old dwarf's eyes light up and he jumps to his feet, taking them eagerly from you, and he starts to shout, "My hammer! My hammer! We're saved! Now, my people, we are ready to fight the trolls!" The whole crowd erupts into cheering, waving their axes and swords in the air. You tell Gillibrand of Big Leg's misfortune and why you decided to continue his quest, and all of the monsters you've encountered along your way. Gillibrand listens and frowns at the news of Big Leg, his faithful servant. He then opens a drawer in the base of the throne and reaches into it, pulling out a small silver box and a golden winged helmet, and hands them to you. The helmet is worth hundreds of gold pieces, and you proudly place it on your head. A great roar of approval comes from the crowd. You open the silver box and find dozens of jewels and gems. You put these in your backpack and wave to the happy dwarves of Stonebridge. Your quest is over, and you are now wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. And I am happy to say that, Abe, congratulations! You are the first winner of Read and Roll.
Hell yeah.
Well done, my friend.
That's literally the first time I think I've seen it outside of that tutorial that you did once.
Absolutely incredible. I knew it right from the get-go that you were going to be the champion this time round. I even put it in my tweet earlier. Everyone's congratulating you. Big round of applause
Thank
for
you.
Abe. Fantastic. Wait, does Abe have 4 skins or 4 skins? No, he has 4 candles. Yes,
4 candles.
They're all congratulating you in the chat here, and
you.
Really from me as well, a very big congratulations, Abe. It's well deserved.
Yeah, I've played the bloody game often enough.
You were the first person on the channel as well to play a game, and you've been on several times, and you've had such sore luck. And I am really, really happy for you to say that you are the first winner on Read and Roll. So congratulations. Well done, my friend.
Well, once again, I have to say thank you to Rick Cleary, Davyverse, Crimson Shadow, and Jack himself for helping me get there.
Well, you are the adventurer, and you are the person who makes the choices in the end. But of course, they can be influenced. And even though Rick tried a little bit to try and skew your journey, you still did a great job. So congratulations, Abe. And your journey is over. Your quest is over. You are successful. Brilliant work.
Time to retire, I guess.
Oh no, we'll get you back. We'll get, you're not allowed to play this journey anymore. And yes, Crimson is absolutely right. Just in the nick of time, just before midnight.
Sweet. Yeah, literally, it's 1 minute to midnight.
I mean, I would say perhaps we could start another journey right now on a different book, but we'll save it for next time.
I want to go out on a high.
I think so. There we have it, folks. Abe is the first winner of Read and Roll. I can't wait to tweet this out and congratulate you. We are going to say goodbye to you shortly. Now that you have all of your jewels and your gold and the silver box, and you can, patch up all your sores, use all that drip to get some fancy clothes. Maybe, spend the night at one of the dwarven wenches, huts.
Oh yeah, get some of that, small people action.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got the money for it now.
Yeah.
I just thought how that could have been taken as well. Bollocks.
But before we do say goodbye to you, I would absolutely be it would be a pleasure to hear you shill your wares. So please tell us where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing.
You can find me everywhere on social media. Abesgonnagetya. Check out my Twitter/X page. That's usually where I post what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to say that from now on, otherwise I'll be here for like half an hour just listing all of the things that I'm on.
But I said to you, give them a few highlights of like just what's coming next. Maybe you don't need to go through every single one of them. Maybe check, because like everyone in the chat, they sort of follow us all around in the same streams. So maybe when you do a different stream, you can highlight different people in different streams, that sort of thing.
Well, it's probably easier for me to sort of list the channels that I frequent most often. So you'll see me on Jack's channel, you'll see me on my channel over on Rumble, you'll see me on Tomby's channel, Samuel the Infamous, Rockefeller Plaza, Beelzehub, you'll see me on the Full Aussie. Those are the most frequent ones. Occasionally you'll see me over on Theatre of the Grid. Sometimes you'll see me on Stark of Iron, and everything in between. You might even catch me on the Eclectic Goats every now and then.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being our guest adventurer, and congratulations again on winning. But Abe, until the next time, we're going to say goodbye to you. So take care, my friend.
I'm well chuffed. Thank you for having me. I'll see you all later.
Take care, buddy. And I am Jack Tar Lad, of course. You can find me on all of my socials at Jack Tar Lad. You can see me on Monday night, especially because we're starting a brand new month of Chat Battle. We're starting with a brand new scoring system. We may even have enough people that are frequenting the show now that we could possibly start up some kind of league or something like that. So stay tuned and, look at my socials for notifications of that. Of course, Tuesday nights at 10:30 British time, it's the Jack and Abe show. So you can see me and my comrade Abe there with our own show where we just talk absolute nonsense. And we've got some few memes and a few added sections just to add a bit of extra fun to the show. And of course, on Wednesday, it's the Hump Day Chinwag at 8 o'clock British time with Tomby and the rest of the crew. You all know who they are. And next week, of course, it's back to Thursday, 10 o'clock with more Read and Roll. So I would like to say thank you to all of the people who joined us over on Rumble and allowed us to do the ad read. Thank you for dropping some chats in there, giving me some unique chatters and giving me some watch hours over there. I truly appreciate it. Thank you to our donators as well, especially Crimson Shadow and Rick Cleary. Thank you for supporting the channel. It all goes to greasing the gears of the channel and buying better things, upgrading the channel, all that kind of stuff. And to everybody else who was in both of the Rumble and YouTube chats, thank you so much for joining us. I'm not entirely sure who we've got next week, but stay notified. I'll let you know soon. Until the next time, though, boys and girls, take care. Have a good night. See you soon.